You're moving tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I thought so.
Look, I thought it'd be easy if I did it while Vicky was at nursery, you know.
Hey, come on, Pauline, it's on.
I'm coming.
Well, you don't want to miss the start, do you? You won't know what's going on.
Right. This means this is my last night at home.
Well, you can bet it on while you're packing.
I miss much.
Not a lot.
Who do you reckon's done it?
Well, it was what's it, innit?
What's it?
He was the only one that was left-handed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'll just go and play with the traffic. Right?
What?
Right.
Right.
Right then, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, right, babe. Oh, yeah. Fancy a cup of tea, son?
What?
Cup of tea.
What, you're gonna make it?
That's right.
Go on then. I want to see this.
Ah, you forget, mon ami. I now have experience in the catering trade. You know what, son? We pass this way but once, so it is our bounden duty to pass on to those that follow the benefit of our hard-won experience in the arts and crafts of life.
What's all that mean?
It means, Winkle, that me and you are going to sit down and have a nice little man-to-man, a nice little heart-to-heart with regards to your intentions towards your intended. In other words, son, we're going to talk about matrimony, on which subject I intend to share with you the fruits of my not inconsiderable experience. And the first thing I want to say is... Ricky? Ricky!
How many times have you moved now?
Well, there was me and Lofty, then back to my mum, to you, then back to my mum, to you again, and then back to my mum.
Your secret is revealed. Boomerang Fowler, this is your life.
No, actually, it's not how many times I've moved that's a problem. It's the fact that I keep going back to my mum.
I like moving myself.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
I like that feeling of waking up somewhere new. You know, just for a moment you wonder where you are.
And just for a while, it's like everything's new. You know, like the slate's wiped clean. Like a new house means a new you, a new everything.
What do you mean a new you? You're only moving 100 yards down the road with a couple of cardboard boxes. It's hardly the far corners of the earth, is it?
On top of which, I'm moving in with someone I'm not even sure I like. I don't even know if she likes me that much, let alone Vicky. Don't know why I'm doing it. Certainly don't know why she's doing it.
Maybe she's after a bit of street cred.
What do you mean?
Let's face it, you're a bit rough, ain't you?
You speak for
Compared
yourself.
to her, you are. Because you're a native of these parts, right? And she ain't, because she's middle class, an outsider. So if she mingles with the natives, even gives one of them a room, she thinks she'll be all right.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes she can be so fascinating, and other times she can say something and it really get on my nerves, you know?
Well, if you want my opinion, I think she's a snooty bitch.
What's she ever done to you?
Michelle, to tell you the truth, I don't give a monkey's about her, and I don't know why you're so bothered. You seem to hang on to her every word. I mean, she's only your landlord in the end, for God's sake, so what does it matter if you do or don't get on? Provided you've got somewhere to live, that's the main thing.
Yeah, but...
Look, if you want to move, move. But don't keep on about it, eh? Just do it. Tell you what, why don't we go out soon, eh? Have a night out.
Yeah, all right, why not?
How about Saturday?
Yeah, fine, OK.
We'll go to a club, eh? Have a good time.
Yeah, could do with it, actually. Oh, no, hold on. What about Vicky? I'd have just moved. I can't ask Rachel to babysit.
Well, your mum will look after her.
Well, that's just it. I'm trying to get away from all that, ain't I? If I keep taking Vicky round to my mum, she's going to be so confused about where she is. I mean, she's not even going to know what direction to go at
Michelle,
night.
what are you going on about? Your mum will look after her just like always.
Yeah, but that's just it. I don't want it to be just like always. I want it to be different.
It is already, and you haven't even moved yet.
It's about being part of a group. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
The individual doesn't count as such. You live together, you work together. You take everything that's thrown at you together. They depend on you totally. And you depend on them totally. You sleep together, you eat together. And if you're lucky, you go out and have a laugh together.
And if you're unlucky, you die together.
Yeah, well, I know that I'm bored with this poxy civvy routine.
Look, come on, what's the matter? Why are we having this tonight, eh?
Oh, I don't know, Phil. I try, honest, I do.
Yeah, I know.
But the harder I try, the harder it seems to get. I should have been in the golf.
The Paras weren't in the golf.
Most of them were. But some of them were there on special ops. With my experience, like my mates went. They should never have turned me down.
Look, we're going round and round and round in circles.
Yeah, well, don't let me keep you.
Look, I want to get some kit. What'd you say, lights out?
Yeah, all right.
Right, well, I'm just going to clean my teeth and we get our heads down, eh?
I'm sorry, Sharon. I've been going on and going on about me all the time.
Yes, you have. You and Rachel and what she thinks, and what you think of what she thinks is about all I've heard. I knew you when you could talk about something else.
All right, then. Come in and take my mind off it. Tell me all about your troubles. Where is he, by the way?
Oh, I don't know, to tell the truth. It's like we're treading water. After all the horrible things that have happened, we've reached a kind of peace.
Well, I think you're kidding yourself. Oh, come on, we both do, don't we? When I was seeing Danny, I knew he would never change, but I just kept kidding myself, and that's what I think you're doing. We both take too much lying down, which is what I like about Rachel.
Oh.
She won't have none of it, like the way she went in and got my share commission form. Sorry. So what does Grant feel about all this?
He don't go in for a lot of chat. Well, not of that kind, but he's learning. Oh, you never guess what? He's going to teach me to drive. I'm going to be getting free driving lessons.
Oh, well, you might as well stick with him till you pass your test, at least. Mind you, I think you're treading dangerous ground there. I mean, being taught to drive by the one you love has meant the end of many a relationship, isn't it?
Oh, you're in an optimistic mood tonight.
Wouldn't think I was starting a new life tomorrow, would you?
Well, don't lose your nerve. And don't keep analysing it all the time.
You know what, boy? You work too hard.
You don't socialise, you know.
What, like you mean? Well, kid your sort, I'll still get round a bit.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it, Dad.
And you ought to and all.
No, thanks.
I mean, since Cindy left, you ain't. Well, as far as I know, you ain't.
Ain't what?
It's just that you do yourself an injury, you carry on like this.
Dad, what are you talking about?
It ain't natural, that's what. So what you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Might as well be a monk for all the fun you're having.
Dad, I'll tell you what, eh? Why don't you do the socialising for both of us?
Oh, well and all. Still got plenty of spring in me old step, don't you worry.
No! No! Please, I'm sorry!
Hey,
I'm sorry!
Phil, what's going on? What's all the noise about?
It's all right, Sam. He's just had a bad dream, that's all. Go on, you go back to bed. He'll be all right in a minute. Well, go on, I'm used to it. Go on, Sam. He'll be all right. You okay?
Yeah. I don't think I want to go back to sleep again.
I don't think Vicky's got the point, Shell.
What do you mean, what?
Well, she knows you're moving, but she's saying that she'll still be coming back here to have her dinner with us. And then I said, yeah, well, maybe. And she says, well, they'll have to come back here to sleep. So I said, no, the bed was going with you. And she said, yeah, but that will mean that she hasn't got anything to sleep on when she's back here. So you tell me.
What do you really think of me moving, Mum? I mean, I know you don't think much of this, Rachel, but she's really nice when you get to know her.
Well, we won't be losing touch, will we? You're not exactly going very far, are you?
No.
Oh, take a bit of that fresh air, eh? Oi, come on, let's have a little trot round the square, eh? Tie you out a bit like they used to do in the army. Bit of tabbing, come on. Come on.
How are you, Pete?
I'm all right.
Have you got your flat sorted yet?
It's in here. Yes, love?
Good.
Hey, look.
What?
It's a competition.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is right up our street. The council are running a gardening competition for the best kept square in Wolford.
Yeah, we're going to be out of that one straight away, aren't we? Because they'll be judging the houses as well.
Yeah, Mark, what do you think?
And if I was a judge, I could do most of them as eyesores. Yeah, very nice, Uncle Pete.
No, hang on. There's other sections. Look, best private and public garden, best decorative flower display. Now, how about that?
And what do you think, Art?
We ought to sit down and work out the total space we've got available.
That's right, yeah. Try to create harmony with all the bits and pieces, you know, so that if you viewed it, say from the air, you'd see a rainbow sea of colours going right across the square, eh? Beautiful.
They're not going to be judging it from an helicopter, are they? They're going to be looking at it like you and me.
Yeah, you know things a little bit too...
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
What?
Why don't I have a word with Diane? Maybe she can make up some kind of design and maybe we can actually use it.
Yeah, thanks for your help, you two.
Yeah, you're welcome, Pete. Look, you do that. I've got some ideas of my own.
All right.
So we're definitely in.
Yeah, I think so. What's all that about?
Search me.
I told him not to watch that Tom and Jerry cartoon, but would he listen? Hey, pass me the butter, will you?
Well, what's he having a nightmare about?
Inflation, Sam. It's a nightmare for us all.
Why don't you two tell me anything?
Look, he had a bad dream, that's all.
Well, does he have them often? Because it sounded really horrible.
No, not often, but I think he's a bit upset at the moment. So I wouldn't go harping on about it, all right?
Well, is he all right now?
Yeah, he's fine.
I don't mean to sound horrible or anything, Phil, but it was really scary. He really frightened me.
What do you mean scary? He's your brother, ain't he?
Well, why don't he move in his own flat? What's he doing living here anyway?
Because he likes the company. Anyway, you're living here, ain't you?
Yeah, well, I don't scream at night, do I?
Yeah, yes, you do. You did when you watched that Nightmare on Elm Street, didn't you? Look, Sam, it's just something that happens every now and again. So don't worry. It's nothing to worry about, I promise.
Morning, all. I feel handsome.
You get a good night's kit?
Yeah, not off.
I'm not a bid midnight time to get you off, eh?
I can't wait to get my head stuck under an engine. Do you know that?
That's them two sorted. It's nice to see when they enjoy going off to school. Not like you. You hated going to school. Still moving?
Yeah. Rachel just gave me the key and went off to work.
Oh, well, most people do if they're lucky.
Yeah.
Well, what's up then? Did you think she was going to help you move? Is that why you're all dressed up like that? You look more as though you're going for a job interview than moving.
No, I don't.
Sure you don't want to change your mind?
No. No. I've got the key. I'm going to move in, starting now.
Right then, I better give you a hand.
No, Mum, you don't have to.
I don't have to do a lot of things, Shell. Go on, love. You go and get changed. I'll call Kath and tell her I'm going to be late.
All right, bud.
You pinned him down yet?
Who?
Frank.
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't.
So we still got no idea what's going on between him and Sam?
Yeah, but I've been waiting for the right moment, Don.
Frankie, we're too late by then. They were celebrating their silver wedding. Look, what you so scared of anyway? What you're going to tell him or he's going to tell you?
What are you talking about scared? I told you when I tried to talk to him last night, he had it on his toes. I turned me back, whoosh, he was out the door.
Right. Get him to ask Sam for tea. It's about time we all knew where we were.
Now, look, I don't know whether to sort all this lot out and then go back for more, or to bring everything over and then sort it out from there. What do you think?
Well, I'm easy, but if you sort that lot out first, we won't be in such of a muddle with the rest.
Yeah, also give you a chance to have a good nose round, won't it?
Well, it's interesting being in people's homes, especially one as different as this. I mean, look at that.
What is it?
Basil, I think. And she's got books in the kitchen. I bet she's a vegetarian.
Yeah, I think she is most of the time.
I thought so. Vegetarians always have books in the kitchen.
What do you know about it?
Well, they do. They have to work harder at finding something to eat, so they have the books in the kitchen. She planning a barbecue?
I don't know, why?
Oh, she's got this magazine here, Spare Rib.
Cheers.
Phil, what was that about last night?
What?
Well, that shouting.
I didn't hear no shouting.
Look, I know what you think, but I'm not that stupid.
No?
It was like that in Scotland.
Like what?
Like he was having bad dreams and sleepless nights.
Well, it's probably the Haggis or the company he was keeping.
Look, I saw you running around the square.
Well, that should have been past your bedtime. You should have been fast asleep.
Yeah, and so should Grant. What happened, Phil?
What always happened? I looked after him. So why don't you do us all a favour and mind your own business, eh?
You all right, Twinkle?
Hi, Pete.
Kath, I've been thinking.
What about it?
Going through with a divorce. I mean, let's face it, we're not going to get back together again. And I've no intentions of staying single all my life. I don't expect you are either. So, just make it formal, eh? Get a divorce.
Do we have to talk about it in here?
What do you think?
Well, I don't see why not, I suppose, if that's what you want. Although you have thrown it at me a bit.
I'm just being realistic. It's over in all but name. We both know that. What are we hanging about for?
It just seems a bit strange, that's all, making it formal.
It's just like putting a mother's stamp on it, isn't it? Something's already happened. Look, we'll give you a couple of days to think about it, then I'll see a brief, yeah?
I suppose.
Right.
Have you met anybody? You got all that, did you?
Yeah, you got time for a sit down? That's something I want to show you.
No, thanks, son. Got to get on.
You don't give up easy, do you?
What I like most about you, Phil, is your charm. Is he in?
What, have you come to inquire about his health or complain about the noise? Your lodger. Come to pay the rent.
Leave it out. Ignore him. He had a bad night last night. So, what can I do for you?
I just thought I'd confirm our driving lesson was still on.
Yeah, why shouldn't it be?
No reason, I suppose. I just thought I'd check. Well, if it's all right with you, it's all right with me. Eddie said he'd give me an hour off.
Great. How about 7:30?
Yeah, be fine. Bye, Phil.
Didn't ask about the rent, did you?
Pack it in, will you?
She's taking you for a ride, mate.
That's enough.
Here, Mum. I've got a few pictures and sketches here if you want to see what your boy's up to now.
No, I don't think so.
Mum, the place is going to be completely changed. You won't recognise it.
Yeah, all right. I'll have a look.
See? Look, it's pretty functional. That's all I want right now. I mean, there won't be a trace of what it used to be.
Do you feel better now, do you? Now you got this?
That's the next step, isn't it?
Of what? Your climb to the top?
Yeah, you're getting the idea.
You pushed quite a few people around to get this, haven't you?
Well, you have to, don't you?
I suppose so.
Well, I've had a few regrets. If it wasn't me, it'd be someone else. So, might as well be me. That's how I look at it.
As simple as that.
As simple as that.
Where did I go wrong?
Mum, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I mean, it's what I want to do. What's so strange about that?
I'd just like you to be able to recognise the damage you do now and again, that's all.
I know all about damage, Mum. From personal experience. You have to destroy to build.
Well, there don't seem to be much more to say, as usual.
Mum, I'm all right. You haven't got to worry about me.
I'm not sure I was, Ian.
Right then, here we are. So, now what do you want to do? Do you want to have a look at your new room or look at that colouring book that I got for you?
I want to go home.
Do you?
Grant, what are we going to do about it?
What?
Nothing. Just forget it.
Do you know what I've been itching to do all day?
What?
Make a start on that door.
What door?
Well, the connecting door. Like you say, we don't want to live with each other. There's no reason why there shouldn't be a door there. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to go home, get a great big sledgehammer out, smash a hole in the wall downstairs, connect the flats like we agreed.
There's no hurry, is there?
You keep saying that.
Look, the door can wait, all right?
All right, don't get so excited. I was only suggesting it'd be nice to make a start, that's all.
Yeah, and I think it'd be nicer if we didn't. Not right now.
All right. How about if I just draw an outline on the wall, you know? Chip away the plaster.
In case you've forgotten, you're not even living in your place at the moment. You've got a bird installed in your gaff.
Yeah. Well, maybe this would be a nice way of getting it back.
All right. Oi, but no sledgehammers.
Pete's the name. Peter for short. No. Peter's the name. Pete for short. That's what they call me down the market. Well, I got me stall. Not Pete for short, just Pete, fruit and veg. It's been in the family for 70 years, and I'm carrying on the family tradition. I do like a bit of tradition. Anyway, I'm divorced. Well, not actually divorced. We're separated. It's not gone through yet. I've got a son who's 22. I do see a lot of him. And I like a drink, but I don't smoke. I'm no intellect, I know, but I do like a good conversation. Well, that's about it, really. Just a simple chat. Is that it?
Apart from the fact that you never mentioned the kind of woman you're looking for, yes.
I like Burke doing that.
Well, I'm here.
So I see. You all sorted?
Yeah, there wasn't that much, actually.
Good.
Vicky's round my mum's. I thought it'd be easier that way.
Good. Right. Well, I'm going to have a bath. So, you still engaged? I mean, it's been a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, of course. I mean, me and Ricky, we're together for life, aren't we?
What did your mum say when you told her?
Well, I ain't told her yet.
Oh, what about your brothers?
I ain't told them yet either.
I think I should meet your mum sometime, Sam.
Do you?
Well, it would come in handy. I'd like to recognise her at the church when the big day comes round.
Well, I'll invite her over the weekend if you like. I mean, if you really want to meet her.
Yeah. Well, I think I should. How about tea on Saturday, say 4 o'clock?
Yeah, all right then.
Will you break the news to her by then?
Yeah.
Good. How long do you reckon you're going to be engaged for?
Well, we're in no hurry. I mean, we don't want to rush into anything. I thought we'd leave it about a year before we got married.
Well, that's a very sensible attitude.
Yeah, see, we want to do it all properly. I mean, I want a big white wedding with a ring and flowers and bridesmaids. Because I know Ricky's the right man for me, Pat. And we want 2 kids and all, 1 of each. We want to live in a nice house, not common like round here. We might go to Leytonstone, perhaps even Ilford.
And what kind of dog you going to have?
Well, I don't know about a dog. We haven't really thought about it yet. What kind of dogs does Ricky like?
I should forget about the dog for the time being. Have you got enough on your plate? You know what I think?
No, what?
I think you should make a start on that little lot by breaking the news of your engagement to your mum. Well, that way, come Saturday, we'll all know where we stand.
Right. I'm off. I've just made some tea. Oh, I'd love to. I haven't got time, I don't think.
Well, what about some chocolate cake?
You eat it. Oh, well, all right. I mean, I'm not that rushed. I've got 5 minutes.
No. If you got to go, you got to go. Just because I was stupid enough to.
I tell you what. I'll take a piece with me.
Okay.
So, what's it all about, son?
What do you mean?
Well, you are taking your first steps on what it often is a rocky road, and I just want to make sure that you know what you're doing. I mean, love is all very well.
Look, I know what I'm doing, all right?
Good. So, why don't you tell me? I mean, what is it exactly that's launched you on the path that would appear to be leading you towards the church door in double quick time?
Well, for a start, we're getting a bit of privacy and independence. Plus, I'll be able to get a word in now and again.
Yes, well, I can empathise with that, but you don't have to get engaged to get a bit of peace and quiet, son. I mean, you can go down to the reading room at the library for that, or roam the wastes of Warford marshes, eyeing the big game as you go, but you certainly haven't got to get engaged.
I want to, Dad. I like Sam. We get on.
Well, I get on with Duck-Con, but I don't want to marry her.
She's a good girl. That's why I like her.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
That's what I keep telling you. We both believe in respect and waiting for something. If it's worthwhile.
Well, I must admit, Ricky, I'm absolutely amazed at the depth of your devotion, son.
Yeah, we've both agreed we ought to wait.
You've obviously thought about this a lot.
Do we have to talk about this? It's embarrassing.
Sit down a minute, Ricky. Sit down a minute. Now, how long do you intend to wait? I mean, till you're married, I presume, given the depth of your commitment.
No, till she's 16.
And when exactly is a young lady 16?
This weekend.
This weekend?
Saturday.
So this respect, this waiting for something worthwhile, this great sacrifice you're making, lasts for the next 2 days, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't ask me why I'm gritting, son. I could just as well be crying.
It'll cost a few bob, though, Dad. I mean, that's a lot of fertiliser you're talking.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to get much from work now.
I don't reckon you'll get anything.
Ask them. We've got nothing to lose. Maybe we could get them to sponsor us.
Oh, we can approach them, yeah, but if we're realistic about it, we're going to have to think about other ways as well.
Well, what? Go on.
Well, it's for the square, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, it's for the local community. That's where we start, here. We start thinking of ways of getting people more involved, like starting sponsored events and competitions.
Well, such as?
Oh, I don't know, yeah.
But we are in business.
Oh, definitely. I reckon we should go for something out of the ordinary, something to aim for.
Good.
You two, you're thick as thieves.
Better than being as thick as 2 planks.
Well, what are you on about?
The competition. Hey, maybe we should get a couple of books out of the library. Was that cheating?
I don't reckon so.
Do you remember?
You know what I think would look good in the middle of that square? A palm tree.
What? So the judges can shout around them?
A palm tree? That's a public square, not an oasis. A palm tree.
All right, just remember, you might need some help with your sponsorship one day.
Not if you come up with ideas like that.
Oh, yeah, and what ideas have you got?
Mum, this is a flower display. A palm tree is not a flower. But any help you want to give on the sponsorship side will be very welcome, yeah?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of trying to give advice to 2 experts like you. Like Bill and Ben.
Right, young lady, let's have that body. Oh, hold on. Hello? No, she's not in at the moment. Me? My name's Michelle. I've just moved in. Yeah, sure. Hold on a sec. Your name's Joss. Oh, yes. Yeah. And there are... Hold on. No tickets for the alternative dance at where? ICA, right. But there's a good Czech movie on at the... What? NFT. Right, OK. Michelle. Yeah, all right. Good night. Bye. you done? What have you done? Oh, shut up, we're not in. Oh.
Is this the Mitchell Brothers School of Motoring?
He's gone out. Get some spares. He won't be long.
Well, I'll just read my way code like a good little pupil.
Driving schools charge their customers. You're getting yours for free. So let's get it right, shall we? Mug Brothers School of Motoring would be more like it.
No, you get it right. He suggested this. I didn't ask, he offered.
Yeah. Well, he's always had a generous nature. Trouble is, there's always someone around trying to exploit it.
You've been after a fight all day, ain't you?
Whereas you're just after your first free driving lesson.
I don't know why you're taking it out on me, Phil. Unless it's got something to do with what happened last night.
No, you don't know why, do you? You don't know why you're living in his flat, but you are. Tell me, what are you doing there, eh?
I needed somewhere to stay.
Oh, and it just so happens to be there. It just so happens to be the same flat that you sold my brother. I bet you ain't even paying any rent either, are you? Tell me, are you extracting the Michael out of him or what? I know he can be a bit of a prat at times, so it ain't hard to do.
I do happen to care about him, Phil.
Care about him? You don't know the meaning of the word. Do you know what it involves, caring about my brother? That noise that you heard last night, that's caring about him. Here, tell me something. Do you really want him as he really is, eh? Damaged goods, hey? Tell me, do you? No. No, you don't know, do you? And I'll tell you something else you don't know. If you're waiting for him to ask you, you'll be waiting forever. Because deep down inside, he just hasn't got the confidence. He doesn't believe that somebody will want him for what he really is. That's your driving instructor, the man that you care
All
about.
right. You've had a lifetime's experience of dealing with Grant. I haven't. I'm just getting to know about it all bit by bit. You spent years looking after him and he's today sorted out, so why should I know the answers?
You don't even know what the questions are, do you?
Well, help me, Phil.
Oh, you really haven't got a clue, have you? Well, I'll give you one last bit of advice before you cop for your first free driving lesson. With Grant, it's all or nothing. So if you ain't man enough to take him on as he really is, why don't you just do us all a favour and get out of his life, eh? For good.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Next on Drama, we're back in Albert Square with more classic EastEnders.